Hey guys, it is Thursday night. I think it's about 7:45. I just got in from work a little while ago. We haven't even had dinner yet. You probably hear the microwave going. We are doing leftovers tonight because we are having a family birthday dinner tomorrow night for both of the kids. Trevelyn turned 24 this past Sunday and Jaden turned 21 today. Do not have babies anymore, but we are just having a really small family dinner. Jaden's bringing his girlfriend. I don't know about a roommate, just a couple friends, my parents, keeping it really small. Just a little family dinner here at the house. So I need to work on cakes tonight because I have to work tomorrow, and everyone will be here at 7 tomorrow night. So I'm gonna get the cakes and a bunch of prep stuff done, and I thought I would just take you along with me as I make the cakes and do some early prep work for the dinner. Okay, so what I have going on here, I already had cake mixes and quite a few of frostings and stuff in the pantry. So Jaden requested a chocolate on chocolate cake. So I went and pulled just a cake mix that I had, and I had some frosting in the pantry. I did buy some blue so that I could decorate it some. He doesn't really care that much about decorations. Trevelyan cares a little bit more, but I figured I can't decorate one and not decorate the other. So he wants chocolate on chocolate, and I've seen on Pinterest that they have quite a few recipes on jazzing up a boxed cake mix to make it taste more like store-bought or more professional cake mix. So I looked at 2 different recipes, and these are the 2 that I chose. So it calls for a basic cake mix, and then a cup of whole milk, 4 eggs, half a cup of butter, and a 1/4 cup of pudding. Now, we don't actually buy whole milk, but I do have half and half. So I am using half and half in these recipes. So that is what I have here. And these are eggs from our chickens. So in the pudding mix, I just had some pudding mix up in the cabinet. So Trevelyan's, she wants a white cake mix with a strawberry filling. They do these at Publix, and the cheapest ones are like $25. And I was like, I'm not doing that this year. So I pulled some of my homemade strawberry jam from the pantry, and I had some of this frosting already. I did order some of the Publix frosting because you just can't beat the Publix buttercream frosting. So I ordered that, had the cake mix, and this one calls for a cup of sour cream, 2 eggs, a half a cup of milk, and a 1/3 cup oil. So 2 of the most popular ones are what I'm doing. I'm gonna do them in round cake pans and do layers. So Jaden's, I think I'm gonna mix some frosting with some pudding mix together and do kind of like a layer in the middle of his, and then Trevelyan is going to have a layer of the strawberry in the middle of hers. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these mixing so that they can bake, and I can get on to more things because yeah, the house is a bit of a mess, but thankfully I only have to clean for family clean. You know, you have your levels of clean and family clean. The house is pretty clean, but you're not gonna freak out if there's a smudge on the door trim or if the baseboards aren't done, as long as everything looks pretty good. So that's the level of clean that I'm gonna get to tonight. What I also have going on is some boneless, skinless chicken breast here. I'm gonna make some buffalo chicken dip. Trevelyan absolutely loves that, and I'm gonna do it like in a crescent ring. And then Jaden, he asked for praline bacon to go with burgers tonight, so I have to make praline bacon tonight and cut up the veggies and all that. So that is what I'm gonna be working on tonight, but let's go ahead and get started on the cake mixes. All right, I have the bowl for my KitchenAid mixer here. So I am going to add my cup of milk, 4 eggs, half a cup of butter, and my pudding, along with the cake mix. Woo. Exploding cake mix here. All right, I'll just get it on my mixer and get it all blended up. Okay, I really hope this recipe works because this is way soupier than a cake mix normally is. So I am really, really hoping this works out okay. I had 4 of these pans, 2 for each kid's cake mix, but this is so soupy, I think it's gonna make more than 2. So I may have to come up with a different plan for the cake. So we'll just have to dump this in and see how it goes. All right, it actually looks like it fit fine in the 2 pans. For some reason, I just thought it was gonna overflow these pans, but it looks okay. So my oven is preheated. I'm gonna pop these in the oven, wash my bowl, and get started on the second cake mix. Okay, let's start on the next one. This is Trevelyan's. She is anti-chocolate. So don't know too many girls that don't like chocolate, but my child is one of them. So vanilla and strawberry for her today. So that was 1 cup of sour cream, 2 of our farm fresh eggs, 1/2 cup of full fat milk, and 1/3 cup of oil. And it called for vegetable or canola, so that's what I use. We usually cook with olive oil a lot, but it called for vegetable, very specific vegetable or canola, so that is what we use. And now the cake mix. All right, I'm gonna go throw this back onto the KitchenAid and get it mixed up. Okay guys, this cake batter is much thicker. This is what I am more used to. This seems like what cake batter should be. So I am really hoping that Jaden's cake turns out. If not, I will be going to Publix tomorrow and buying another cake. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this into the pans and into the oven. All right guys, I am getting ready to start on the buffalo chicken dip. Super, super simple. I have my hot chicken in here, which I am gonna use my KitchenAid mixer to shred it all up. And added to that, I'm gonna start with 1 block of cream cheese and just eyeball it and see if I need more, along with shredded cheddar and Frank's hot sauce, just the plain regular hot sauce. And this is purely eyeball on how much chicken I have. So I'm gonna start shredding the chicken and throw the cream cheese in, so the heat of the chicken will start helping break down and melt the cream cheese. I'll look at it, go from there, and add more. Okay, the chicken is looking pretty good. I don't think I need more cream cheese, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start adding in some Frank's. Probably about 1/4 cup or so to the amount of chicken I have, and that should be good there. And then I'll add in probably about 2 cups of shredded cheddar. All right, the chicken looks really good. The shredded cheddar isn't completely melted, but that's okay because we're gonna bake it in a crescent roll ring. I am not making a whole heck of a lot of stuff from scratch this for this birthday, and I am having help. So no biscuits from scratch for me. I have some crescent roll dough, and I'm gonna put it in a ring and then fill it with the buffalo chicken and cover it and put it in the fridge so I can just pop it in the oven tomorrow. And right before everyone gets here, it'll come out and be hot and bubbly and be absolutely delicious for people to snack on while we're finishing up dinner. Okay, so I have an aluminum pan covered in parchment paper. I don't want this to stick. And I'm just gonna unwrap my crescent dough. And this is really good to do also at the holidays for Christmas. If you want to do like a wreath of something, that's kind of cool too. So we're just gonna lay the dough out like this and start making a circle with the dough and then fill it. So let me get this all laid out and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I have my ring of dough all laid out. So now I'm gonna put my filler in and start wrapping it up. All right, guys, and there is my ring all together. I'm gonna go ahead and tightly cover this with plastic wrap and put it in the outside fridge to wait for tomorrow. And some of the seams and stuff will come apart when it bakes, but it'll be great. And I leave a big circle in the middle because then I'm gonna put some containers in the middle of it once it's baked, full of ranch and blue cheese dressing. I may even do some veggies in here, I'm not sure. It just depends on how it turns out. But definitely there will be some containers in there of ranch and blue cheese in the middle. So I'm gonna wrap this up, check on my cakes, and get started on the praline bacon because my oven's hot, so I need to go ahead and use that. Cakes are out, and there is definitely a difference between the two. This feels much more dense, almost like a brownie. I mean, it's not quite as dense as a brownie, but it definitely is like a cakey brownie. And this is just as light and fluffy and more spongy like store-bought cake. So I'm thinking the sour cream might be the way to go. It's definitely thicker. So Trevlin's cake is going to be a little taller than Jaden's cake. But all right, I'm gonna let these guys cool while I go ahead and work on the praline bacon. Okay guys, I am getting started on the praline bacon. The cakes are on a cooling rack over there off the top of the stove, so they will start cooling down. And after I do the veggies, then I can hopefully ice the cakes and then clean the house. So what you need for the praline bacon is a thicker cut bacon. You don't want super thin because there won't be enough good surface for your crumble mixture to cling to, and it'll just kind of disintegrate. You want something good and thick that's gonna hold up when you bake it. So this is just like Walmart plain old thick sliced bacon. And then this crumble mixture is a combination of brown sugar, pecans, and some homemade vanilla extract. I just throw them in my NutriBullet here and grind them up until they're like this consistency. Every now and then you'll see that there's a bigger pecan in here, and that's okay. You can just take it, crumble it up a little bit. It won't hurt if it's on the bacon like that. But all you're gonna do is dredge the bacon in your mixture really, really well. I suggest not laying them flat on a pan because they don't crisp up as well. This is just like a broiler pan that has the sides, and this is a cooling rack, and you can see I've already sprayed it down with some olive oil. And you lay it on here, and the aluminum foil helps with the cleanup because it is going to drip a lot of grease, and it is going to drip the excess crumble mixture off of it, and that way it just makes cleanup easier. And by putting one of these racks in here, lifts it up off the bottom, it's just not laying in its own juices, and the bacon will crisp up better. So I'm going to crank the heat up to 375 on my oven, and then go ahead and get these guys dredged and cooking away. All right, you're just going to take a piece of the bacon and just press it into here. And just make sure you cover it really, really well, because a lot of it is going to fall off. You don't want it super thick, but you want a nice layer. You can always add a little more to the top once you get them all covered, and then just stretch them out on your pan. All right, there they are. And as the brown sugar melts, it'll kind of liquefy and just go all over everything. And there's a couple of slices here that have nothing on them, so if people do not want praline bacon on their burger, it'll just crisp up and I'll have some plain bacon. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven. All right, it is 10 o'clock. I am starting to fade. I've been like throwing in laundry and washing dishes and everything in between. So now I am working on veggies. Some of these are going to be for the burgers and some of them are going to be for a veggie tray. Muggsy, enough. As soon as I start talking, they have to start scratching and making noise. So I'm going to go ahead and peel some carrots, chop up some lettuce. The broccoli and cauliflower I got pre-cut just to make my life more simple. Tomatoes, onions, celery. So I'm going to start washing and chopping. All right, have all of my veggies sliced up, and I'm gonna put my lettuce here on top on paper towels because it is still damp, with another couple paper towels on top. So by the time we are ready to use this tomorrow night, everything will be crisp and ready to go. Okay, one cake is done. I have it on this thin little silver sheet, and I'll transfer it to a cake stand tomorrow, but I'm gonna put it in the fridge so it sets up, and then once I transfer it to the cake stand, I'll go around with another row of yellow on the bottom and you won't even see that. So super simple. Just, she loves giraffes and yellow is her favorite color. So it's a white cake mix, strawberry filling, buttercream frosting, and the yellow icing. So, and this this is just a mouse pad. I got the kids both mouse pads that they can wash off when we're done with it and reuse it at home. I got them each one in a theme that they like, so it's not something wasted. Praline bacon is out. I'm getting ready to put it into a container. Both cakes are done. I forgot to show you Jaden's before I put it away, but that is what is on the top of his. His came with a little cup holder, so that'll just go in with his gift. But I'm gonna put this away and then get the table cleared and moved around. I'm not gonna do macaroni and cheese tonight. I'll just do that tomorrow. Not the healthiest of dinners, but it was all kid request meals. Whatever they wanted is what they got for their birthday dinner. So not the healthiest, but it's what they want. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting all of this stuff cleared, cleaned up, put away, and get the table flipped around. I think I'm gonna add a leaf to it and get all my counters wiped down and see where I'm at that point. Okay guys, it is 12:42. my goal to be to bed at midnight is just not gonna happen. I'm stopping where I'm at now. I have the dessert table set up here. We're gonna sit here, and I'll have all the food just out here on the counter. It just works easier that way. All I have left to actually cook is mac and cheese tomorrow, and I'll throw the buffalo chicken ring in the oven, and everything else is pretty much done. Chris is going to handle burgers for me, so then I can just set out condiments and stuff like that, and I'll put all those in little jars and pretty little glass dishes. So I am going to pick up some more candy because all I have is chocolate, and Trevlin hates chocolate. So I'm going to make sure I pick something up that she likes to add to the table. My mom had picked these plates up. They don't really match much of anything, but she knows that Trevlin loves like the leopard print or cheetah print or whatever in floral. So Jaden will just have these also. He doesn't care. He's not picky. I had some pink and blue napkins still in the pantry. I just went and grabbed stuff I already had. I have drinks up there, and I have some glasses there. I have my leftover icings that once I put them on the cake plates, I'll just touch up the edges. That is chicken stuff I cleaned out the fridge. And I've already done all the dishes and stuff. So I just am gonna give the counters and the cabinets a quick wipe down tomorrow. I have to mop, sweep, dust, and clean our bathroom. But I can knock all that out, most of it on my lunch break, and then we can all sit here. I'm not bothering going out to the shed and dragging out all the matching chairs. This will be fine, and I can put my dad's wheelchair here at the end. So that's where I'm at tonight. I'm calling it a night. All right, guys, it is Friday night, and the family is here. Did not have a chance to do any more filming. I was just running around too crazy after work trying to get stuff done. So Trevi is finishing getting her brother's gift all together. I had completely forgotten to wrap gifts, so I got that taken care of. I'm waiting on the buffalo ring to come out, but everything else is done. I'll just give y'all a little sneak peek. All right, we have mac and cheese. I have the buffalo chicken ring in the oven, praline bacon for Jaden, all of our condiments, lettuce, tomato, onions, and stuff for the burgers, then veggies, and ranch dip. We have chips and dip. Chris has burgers staying warm in the toaster oven. And then, you can put that on my bed, bud. Then we have the cakes and the desserts. So this is Trevlin's. And of course we have some candies. And then this one is Jaden's. And I have to still put out the chocolate pudding and the strawberry topping and the ice cream, but I'll do that right before we are ready to serve. To make sure and film the special cake Trevlin bought for her brother. Not something a sister should buy for her little brother.
Okay, so what's the cake? It looks like a bag and it's like a cake.
Yeah, Jitty's going at the end.
All right, Muggsy, you gotta go.
See you, Bugsy.
Take
Be a
off.
good boy. That's for the family photos.
Is that why you said I have a shirt? Oh.
My office is going to be really cute.
Trevi, turn around.
If you make me
Very
happy.
careful.
Aww. How
And
are
then I wore this in pink today.
I figured you'd like the blue one.
Don't mess up that bag. I wanted it back.
What? I haven't messed up anything.
You're stuffing it.
Oh my god, it's sitting on the floor.
Oh, that's a giraffe bag too. I like. That t-shirt would be pretty in those colors, wouldn't it?
You want your old plates back?
No.
So I can throw them away?
Yes.
Like, or I'll donate them. I'll put them in Nick's closet.
Yeah, put him in Nick's closet. He doesn't have any
has
plates.
Is that maroon? Or
No,
is it
it's
brown?
red.
I can't- oh, red. But she's doing it for me as a gift. But I'll pay my own printing.